So a new chapter known as Attorney General of India. We have references of Attorney General of India under Part 5 of the Constitution, and that too under Article 76. Where do we find Attorney General of India? Part 5, Article 76. Okay. Let me digress here for a moment. Who do you think an Attorney General is? AG in short. Who do you think Attorney General is? Again, in newspapers, he keeps on coming recurrently. Newspapers, you see AG. Who is that? Who is the current AG? Newspaper. Who is the current AG? Recently, we had a change in the AG. The last AG was K.K. Venugopal. The last Attorney General of India was K.K. Venugopal. Very qualified individual. Huh? No idea. Okay. AG also you do not know. Assume that you have to file a case in a particular court. Supposedly, you want to file a case against the state, against your own government in High Court. What are the steps that you take generally? You want to file a case. This is you. You want to file a case in a High Court and you want to drag your state. The case is against the state. How do you go about this? What is the process that you follow? What is the procedure that you follow? There has to be some procedure, right? You would first go to the High Court. Then what will you do there? You'll ask people, where should I file my case? And you file the case and you come back home. Is that the scenario? How do you do about this? You have two options. One, you decide whether you would plead the case yourselves. The judiciary in India allows anybody to actually plead the case on their own behalf. You have that option. You can actually say, I'll fight my case. Allowed, not a problem. Or what majority of the population does is they would hire yes or no? They would hire an advocate and he on behalf of you would go to the High Court and file the case, plead the case, argue in the case, collect evidences, research on the case. He does all the job. Whereas you are standing there. What do you do now so that he does all the job? Why would he do that for free? You would pay him he says, you pay me a fee, don't worry, I'll argue in your favor, I'll make sure that I win the case for you. Okay. Now you finally went and filed a petition against your own state. In High Court, the judge says, who are the two people who are fighting the case? Of course, your advocate is there. You are there. What about this party? This is the second party. In the case, you are the first party. And the state becomes the second party. You are the first party, the second party. You went there. What about the state now? You basically dragged your own government to the High Court. What do you think? Who do you think will come there? The Prime Minister, the Chief Minister, any Union Minister, Any state minister. Who do you think will come there? Huh? Government also has an advocate. Huh? Because you have dragged the state. Do you think an IAS officer would come there, an IPS officer would come there and stand there? Like you actually employ or hire an advocate, the government has groups of men or women, not just one, groups of men or women, multiple men or women who fight for the state on a regular basis, on a full time basis. The highest of the lawyer that the government employs to fight all its cases in any court. This could be a high court, or in fact, this could be a Supreme Court. This could be a lower court. In fact, that is also a possibility. Wherever you want the state to represent the case, they would basically hire them full time, and they would work full time for the case, for the state. All their energies are put into the direction where they want the state to win the case. These people can actually be Attorney General of India, AG, or because one man, when India's population is 140 crore. Do you think one man can fight all the cases in India against the state? Huh? Every day, some or the other person is dragging the state in some or the other court. One man, how much can he do? Is it even possible? Not even possible. So as to help him, they establish a network called as Solicitor General. Even two men, the efforts of two men put together is also not enough or not sufficient for you to go ahead and plead in favor of the government. So what they did is they have a plethora of additional Solicitor Generals. You have Attorney General of India, the highest law officer of India. Assisting him is Solicitor General. Assisting him is additional Solicitor General. But remember, only Attorney General of India finds a mention in the Constitution. They both do not find a mention in the Constitution. Article 76 of the Constitution mentions only Attorney General. And state, when I mean state, it is the union government. Attorney General of India works for union government. You drag the union government to any court, there is a high chance that if the matter is really, really serious, that there is a high chance that you will meet Attorney General on behalf of the state. If the case is some importance but not that important, there is a high chance you will meet Solicitor General. If the case is not, it is a regular case. You will meet one of the ASGs, not just one ASG, ASGs, Additional Solicitor Generals.